Alright, people. This is your boy Chocopie. I'm just still in my bed chilling, man. But, this is your boy Chocopie, and this is part 13 and a half. I've done a lot, well, not a lot since you guys been gone, man. You know, if you've been following me on this journey, you know we were stuck, but, we didn't do the main story, man.
The door on the other side's open.
And I was trying to get a different suit. So our mission, because I hated her slutty suits, to be honest. I don't like that shit, man. Um, But I found a suit, and I'm supposed to get like 10 butterfly picks, and I got 9. So that's what I was doing yesterday. I was just getting suits, so you didn't miss nothing, all right? So now your boy's playing main missions. So I barely didn't play any main missions. What we're trying to do is trying to get the double jump right now. That's our mission right now. So once we get that, we're gonna get our new suit, and the suit ain't that bad, but still, it's kind of too scampy, man. Like I said, your boy likes to play boy characters, but you know, it's all right. She's pretty cool. Look at that hairstyle, baby. She got that 2B stuff, baby. Oh, Sam. Yeah. Now, your boy is also going back in time on Facebook because the wifey and him were just talking about old stuff, and she started getting all jealous, to be honest. Your boy used to be a little crazy back in Seattle. So much arrogance, pride. Um, she was talking about all the church home girls I used to hang out with. She's like, "What kind of girls hang out with just you and not me?" And I'm like, "Girl, you were very introverted. They tried to hang out with you, and plus, I didn't date none of them." But funny enough, funny story. When your boy Chocopie um, started becoming a better man at a little boy a time, well, he went backwards a lot, you know. But he tried to change for the Lord again for the 18th time or something. And I remember Miss Chocolate broke up with your boy. She was like, she was in her 20s, early 20s. She's like, "I want my freedom. I want to do what I want." And I said, "Oh, really? You want to break up with me when I'm a better man, I'm less angry, and I'm not a bastard?" Okay. I was shocked, actually. But then I remember going back into my house after she broke up with me, and I was so relieved. I was like, "Oh, this is amazing." I don't have to worry about her drinking. I don't have to call
The
her
laser
and
is
feel
off.
like
Let's go
I
down.
have to check up on her every fucking day. Like, I felt relieved, to be honest. I didn't feel sad. Now, part of me, of course, was like, "Oh, dang, I don't have a girlfriend." But at the time, your boy was not fat no more. You know, of course, your boy looked good. He got muscle on him. And I was in my 20s too, man. I was thinking, dang, I'm free to go hang out and go look at a woman and see if there's other fish in the sea, baby. That was my whole mindset. I felt freedom, dog. I felt so free. I know some of you young cats, you break up with a girl, you feel sad. Me, she broke up with me, or she said let's spend time apart, kind of. Well, she broke up with me actually. It was a breakup, but I felt so free, dog. And you know what I did at our church? There's another girl named Christina, and Christina was all right, but she ain't like my wife. Um, but anyways, your boy decided to date this person, or tried to. Didn't work out. Older version of my wife, let's just say. Okay, it was quite funny. And then the wifey got jealous, and later on, she got real jealous. And I remember she hit me up, and she's like, "Oh," because she found out I tried to date this girl. Because I literally started chasing after this girl right after she broke up with me. Like, I'm talking about days. I started going back to the gym even harder because I wanted this new girl. Start working out, pumping iron, losing weight even more. Like, your boy was grinding, baby. Because there ain't nothing that make a man grind harder and look good when he's chasing after a girl, in my opinion, for me at least. Shoot, your boy was looking real good, man. I was on the treadmill for hours, pumping weights, man. I think I was doing, man, you know, as far as weights go, I think, honestly, I didn't get no heavier than being able to bench press like two 280. I think. I think that's the highest I've ever been, man. Honestly, I know a lot of people go way harder, man. I wasn't looking to go huge. I was looking to get my deltoids, man, and my traps and stuff, boy. the show off muscle, so I could take off my shirt and make the girls go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, funny thing is, so we were talking that. So that was the story. But then Miss Chocolate forgets that she had a lot of guys. She was very ignorant. I mean, not ignorant, oblivious to men. A lot of men. She's a pretty girl, man, back then, and still right now. And a lot of men chased after her, even if they knew there was a barbecue chicken place that we used to go to, right? And I used to go there and see. I'm not trying to put smoke in my butt. Like people were scared of me because they knew I was from Texas and they knew I hung out with gangbangers. And plus, I think I put a lot of fibs out there when I came up because it was a new city, right? I came up, I was in my 20s. I was like, it's a new city. I could do whatever I want. Yeah, back in Texas, I would have never stepped up because there's too many gangbanger Asians, my people at least. And, those people would have F me up. But, like, over here, I got muscle. I'm older. I hung out with gangbangers. I do drugs. Like, man, they ain't gonna mess with me. Like, I'm the most gangster person in this city, in that city at least, Federal Way and stuff, who would have known, Now, I did get into fights in Federal Way, but that's a whole nother thing. But regardless, there was one homeboy.
The test subjects are alive.
Oh, shoot. There was one guy that hit up Miss Chocolate at a barbecue chicken place that he saw me. This mother sucker saw me eat there, okay? Now, he doesn't know me, all right? And I remember. So my wife, and we're back together, okay? She comes crawling back. I'm just being honest. It felt like she did. And we met. And I missed her too, man. Let's be honest, I missed her too. Because, you know why I missed her? Because the other girl I was chasing rejected me. She said, hey, I think it'd be better if we stay friends. And at that point, I was like, oh, man, maybe I can't get no other girls. So I went back. And when me and Miss Chocolate, I know I'm jumping around, but when me and Miss Chocolate met again, after we had our little break, it felt like, man, it felt new again. Like the first time we were dating, we were awkward. Before that, we were dating for years. So it's like we got comfortable. Like, I was farting around her like comfortable, homie. But then that felt like, oh, my God. Like, we met at, like, some kind of bar place. And we were just sitting next in front of each other. I remember it was so awkward. It was like almost the first time we hung out. Like, awkward. And we got so comfortable. I'm talking about, like, comfortable. And that time, it felt like we never knew each other. And the spice, the romance came back, baby. And we decided to date again after that day. I think it was after that day, or maybe a couple days after. But she definitely felt the tension, that romance in the air. And if she says no, she just bad memory, baby. Because your boy remembers very good. Anyways, back to the barbecue chicken lad. Korean boy. I'm trying to find his Facebook right now because I thought I'd make a funny TikTok video so I could talk about that story. Because honestly, on YouTube and stuff, it's not my gameplay. People like these stories and vlogs I make, especially my jail story, been popping, homie. But yeah, this homeboy, I eat at this chicken place all the time. I drink there. I tip the mother sucker and other people very well. You know what I'm saying? Because your boy had arrogance back then. And so I would tip everywhere I go very good. But you know what? This homeboy over here knew that she was my girl. And then this mother sucker, because she's pretty, my wife, he texts Miss Choco, he Facebook messages Miss Choco Pie and hits her up on the down low, baby. Trying to get her DMs, baby. Motherfucker. I swear to God, I didn't get to meet him and punk him, but then, I messaged him, and I'm trying to find him. I think I said, motherfucker, do you know who you talking to? Like, whose girl you talking to? Like, I will kill you. And then he said, oh, I'm so sorry, like a little bitch. But you know what? He did go behind my back again. And then at that point, I was trying to find him, but then I couldn't find him at the chicken place somewhere. And then he stopped talking to my wife. I think he found out I was looking for him, and then he stopped really talking. Oh, man. Now, I think about those stories, and I'm not that guy no more, to be honest. Now, even so, if someone started talking to my wife here, it's funny, because at my church right now, right? Now, this is not a bad guy, okay? It's just a young Mexican tall dude, all right? At our church, I barely know him. I know most of the people at our church, so this is a newer guy, right? Real tall. My wife's like, oh, yeah, he's a handsome Mexican. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Anyways, and you can see I'm still protective, jealous hubby. Um, but I guess one day I decided not to go to church, right? And then she says, "Hey, this guy came up. He's I guess he sat next to her, right? And let's be honest, that motherfucker saw my wife alone, Asian girl, in a place that's full of Mexicans, and his ass saw, oh shit, that's my wife, that's the girl. I'ma hit her up." So after, I guess, oh no, was it greeting time? Maybe he didn't sit next to her. I guess our church does like most churches. They say, "Hey, go greet people," right? So this homeboy goes up to her and greets her during greeting time and say, "Hey, can I get your IG?" I'm like, that's what she tells me. And she's, of course, she's happy that her old ass, because he's young, her old ass gets some attention again, you know. And she tells me a story, and I'm like, "Man, fuck you telling me this about?" And I was like, "All right, we'll see." But you know, your boy Choco Pie's not insecure at this time, man. She's married to me, and plus that church, you know what I'm saying? So I just play into it just to make her feel good, and I just, all right. Well, next time I see him, I guess I'm gonna have to talk. You know? And she said, "What?" And then I think I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go tell him." You know, I think what I told her and what I was gonna do, because I'm a very I'm not that shy. You know, I didn't do it, but what I was gonna do is I told her, "Hey, I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna say, 'Hey, I heard you was talking to my wife. She's all yours, baby.'" I was gonna do something like that just to joke around, but then afterwards, like to make him feel less awkward, I would have been like, "Hey, I'm just playing, man. Don't worry about it, dude." It's like, you know, she was there by herself. You know, say all that shit to make him not feel weird. Um, because I'm that kind of guy, man. But you know what's funny? Well, it's not what's funny. It's a lot of people in Seattle, like my joke styles like that, right? People over here get it, right? They understand sarcasm because they're more American. But the Asians up in Seattle, like my wife, dude, she got a lot better, right, at understanding my jokes. But dude, I swear everybody in Texas understands how I joke. But up in Seattle, the Koreans, like in Bellevue area at least, I'm talking about like middle class and upper class areas. Dude, these motherfuckers have no idea what sarcasm is. No idea, like, when I'm changing my tone of voice and I'm joking is, they think I'm serious. And I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? You never hung out with anybody except for, like, they seem like they so lost in their own world, like in their like own mind of I call it the Harvard grad school of non-socialization. You know, they just have no idea how to socialize or how to relax or say jokes. You know, they take everything so serious. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like well, we know what it is. They book smart, but they ain't street smart at all. So they almost like they're idiots, but super smart. Anyways, time is over on that one. What's up, wife? Maybe later. You know I don't eat in the morning. You better save me some, girl. My wife asked me if I want something to eat. And now, I'm still going. Facebook is taking a long time to load, but it looks like it's saving. Much love to you, Choco Pie. Ooh, Jessica Yee. What's going on? This girl turned pretty? She used to not be pretty, to be honest. Now, I have a lot of homegirls, man, back then. I just, I just have a lot of girls as friends, man. And to be honest, I don't like all of them, but I'd be lying if 90% of them I didn't like. But I usually hang out with pretty homegirls, so that's just what can I say, man? Now this is before I met my wife, man. And even after my wife, dude, I had some temptations because you know why? I'll tell you why. I was insecure. I was a fat boy, dog. When I was in high school, I was extremely overweight, but I still had the gift of gab. I was a nice boy, supposed nice boy. In my 20s, I acted more rough, and I was still funny, but more comfortable in my skin, but very arrogant and prideful. In high school, I was just a funny fat boy, um, and then hanging out with a bunch of thugs and gangbangers and doing all sorts of trouble, you know. Um, but I was chubby, you know, and every girl liked me because, ooh, it's like the gay homie, you know, that girls have. It's like they feel okay because he's gay, right? So for me, I'm the fat homeboy that they're okay because they'll never feel attracted to Choco Pie because he's too fat and he's just super nice. So they keep him around and they say, "Hey, oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you're so cute." And then, like, of course, I'm a young boy at the time. So I'm like, "Oh, does that mean she like me?" Stupid. No, it don't, young homies out there. Just because a girl compliments you because you way sweet and nice don't mean she like you. Okay? Let me wake you up from that fantasy, all right? That's what girls say because they just try to be nice. And plus, I did have the gift of gab back then too, so I had a lot of homegirls. I was the guy that would bring all the girls, and I would meet different girls throughout the summer because some problems would happen with homegirls that we find or I find for my homeboys, whether it's drugs or they date them. I don't date them. They date them and they F it up. So then I have to go find some new homegirls. And plus, for me, like almost every one of my homegirls in Texas, I asked out. They all rejected me except for one. Debbie Park, man, my first girlfriend. And the reason I say she ain't really my first girlfriend is because we dated. But the day I asked her out, she said yes in the morning, and at night she broke up with me. So that's why I don't consider that a real relationship, man. We did date for like 2, 3 months though. I was going to her house, taking 2 hour longs. She's the first girl in my life that gave me blue balls. That should say enough. So many funny stories, man. I'm telling you, man. If I do ever pop off, man, I think it'll be on YouTube, and it's just gonna be a bunch of stories from my old man, dog. But I have a lot of good ones. I'll tell you that much. I really think some of my stories are hilarious, man. I just need to learn how to tell them funnier. That's all. And if I know how to put in effects and make the story more interesting, because I see a lot of YouTubers out there, they don't really got a lot of fun stories. And then the ones I was following is like PewDiePie and stuff, like very cool character, but not really a lot of fun stories. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of crazy and fun stories, dog. Um, oh, but you know. And then the ones that I do follow for like stories like that is prison people. You know, people came out of jail. Now their stories, they're funny too sometimes, but they're mostly like serious. You know, so different kind of storytelling. That's my goal, man. On YouTube, I'm at 5K subscribers right now. Let's check it out. Let's see where your boy Chocopie is at. I started YouTube about 4.5 weeks ago now, and we're at 5,700. We almost had 6,000 subscribers, boy. And yesterday we were at 4,000. So, and I'm not making any videos that's going viral. It's just some is popping. And I'm just, dude, I've been at home, not having to go to my business too much, because I've been busting my butt for my business for this whole year, 2 years, just busting, dog, trying to recover everything. And I guess people are feeling it, man. I didn't think my stories are that interesting. You know, there's millions of people in this world, right? Millions plus on YouTube. And I thought there was way more interesting people than me, but it's nice to know that some people actually enjoy my content and they enjoy what I talk about. And plus, I thought because I believe in Jesus, I didn't think a lot of people would like me. Because first, the people that like Jesus, you know, they hear me cussing, they hear me playing video games like this, they might not like me. And as far as the non-Christians go, of course, like a lot of people hate Christians these days. And I don't know why. If you met a real Christian, you know we the nicest people ever. Like, we take care of you, we be there for you. You don't even have to believe in what we believe in, and we be there for you. But the problem is a lot of people like me, myself, was hurt by Christians. And that's why there's that stigma with Christians, you know. It is what it is. But because one person hurt you don't mean the whole religion and stuff is full of bad people, all right? Now, that kind of logic is dumb logic, and I used to go by that logic. I don't go by that logic no more. I thought, oh, everybody in Seattle is pricks and they're middle class, and they don't know what suffering is. That logic was stupid. I was basing it off the people around me and categorizing a whole group. Dude, there's so many people living in Seattle and Bellevue and around the area. I can't classify everybody as passive-aggressive, just no joke, no fun. Like, no, there's plenty of fun people. I just didn't get to meet them. It's just the people I met was a little bit nerdy, and none of them were gangsters. You know, I did meet some gangsters, some real like thug homies, and I'll be honest, when I met the thug homies, one of the young, ooh, I messed up, man. And I won't say his name, but I remember the young. Well, I can say his first name is Calvin. Calvin was his name, and he was older, young, but that young was correct. He looked handsome. I'll be honest, he's a handsome looking young. He was tall. Young is just mean older brother, not actual. It doesn't have to be actual older brother. But Calvin was hanging out with Vietnamese thugs, and I don't know if they were gangbangers at the time because they were old, you know. maybe they used to be gangbanging, but they just scary. Like, I'm just serious. They muscled up, scary Vietnamese homies. But he ain't off the Viets. He don't hang out with the Koreans like I would, you know. But that's why I think he gravitated towards me because, you know, I'm Korean. I met him through another homeboy at a bar that I used to go to called Tigs, man. And this is Tigs before they moved into University of Washington. Boy, oh boy, I had a homeboy named Tom that he was a bartender, but he owned that shit. Oh, I got so many stories. I'm telling you, your boy got drunk. Man, I know I'm skipping around, but your boy's having flashbacks, man. And I'm telling you, it's making me kind of excited talking about it. I'm just being honest, man. Bringing back old memories, fond memories, before all the bad stuff happened, you know. Um, but Calvin was scary, man. He scared me. I'll be honest. I know I acted like a thug and I beat up people in Seattle, and I got beat up, but the person that beat me up in Seattle was my own homeboy, to be honest. And my homeboy was Samoan. So you know Samoans, right? There ain't nothing a puny Asian. It's like a rhinoceros, okay? There's nothing I can do, okay? And I'm not gonna kill my homeboy or do like that. I'm not that kind of guy, man. I like to fight back then, but like as far as friends, I'm not gonna stab my friend or throw a chair at their head. Like I don't do that. And I know when I fight people, like I know who I can fight and I know who I can't, okay? And you might call that being a P word, a pussy, but so be it. Like I pick my fights wisely. I don't just pick on people that are little, but I did in the past a little bit because of arrogance, fear, and being picked on myself when I was younger. But then I also fought people that are way bigger than me too. It's just Samoan. They ain't even human, dog. My pastor was Samoan, all right, and the person that beat me up was my pastor's son, and he was at a time my best friend, Isaiah. Isaiah, if you ever see my video, man, fuck you for punching me in the face multiple times. You son of a bitch. You know I can't do nothing to you, damn ass rhinoceros. He would have killed me, man, and it was because he was drunk. And when he was drunk, he get like wet brain or something. Like there's no controlling him. And I can only imagine if I fought back with him, he would have destroyed me, homie. I'm talking about like he doesn't know how strong he is. Samoans, like, especially when he gets drunk, he gets like he would hug you and it would hurt, and I'm like, oh my god, this fool will kill me. So there ain't no fighting back. I just let it be, homie. Like I get knocked up. Like it's better to get knocked up than die, right? Imagine dying on accident. It's like, yeah. Anyways, where was I going? Oh yeah, Calvin. So Calvin was a scary homeboy I met through a bar from Tom, who owned the bar years later. But Calvin, he was cool, man. I just think he liked the fact that I showed him a lot of respect because I came from gangbang community, and not a lot of gangbang. I just grew up like we all thought we were thugs, hung out with gangsters. I know a lot more gangsters now than I ever did before. Do you know that? Which is funny. Living in this city, I know a lot more gangbangers now, Mexican gangbangers. Like even in Texas, it's a lot more. Like in Texas, they were gangbangers, but like they never murked nobody except for one of my homies. Like I know real gangbangers now, like a lot more than when I was younger, which is funny. Um, anyways, man, Calvin, there was one night I was in college and I had two younger homies, one white boy named Brody or something, and then men. Now he don't talk to me no more because I got a little crazy. Now if he talked to me again, I'm sure he would have been friends with me, but he disconnected from me because I was too crazy. I was an asshole. I was scary back then. I just wanted everyone to be scared of me and show me respect. And I just had this weird phase. But anyways, back to Calvin. Let me finish Calvin's story off. Calvin just got a little bit too much overbearing because my Asian heritage. Like I said, the Korean, like the gangbanging heritage that I grew up in. It's like if they call you out, like you go. If they say, hey, like you want to go drink, you better come. Unless your grandma dying. Like that's my mindset at the time. Like I gotta go. But then it got too overbearing for me. And I remember one time he was sniffing some blow, and then he came to my house, and I was like, oh shit, it's like 12 or 1 in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck? But I can't say that to him because first I don't want to get beat up, and plus, one thing is I think he could have definitely beat me up. Number two, he's like 6'4", thug. Um, I don't know if he was stronger than me or yeah, he's definitely tall. My special shot is the hook shot, and I knock people out pretty good with my right hook. But motherfucker's tall, man. I can't reach his chin. Anyways, even regardless, I had fear and respect for him a little bit. And the thing is, he just came on blow one time, and I have a couch in my little room. We had literally like a college bachelor pad house we rented out. We had a couch outside on the grass, like literally. Think about college boys, but this is at a house. We would throw parties. Neighbors hated us. Um, I would never do that stuff like that again. I did a little bit when I'm, but anyway. So Calvin comes at like 12 a.m. Sorry, I'm skipping around. For those of you guys that ever listen to this, so Calvin comes at 12 a.m. and I'm like, okay, well, I can't refuse him, and he's on blow, so he's all skitsy. And I was like, all right, let me come in. I was like, I was like, it's a little late. But he's like, no, let me come in. I was like, all right, because I don't want no problems, right? So I go into my room, and I'm thinking he's just gonna chill out. No, he comes into our room, and there's a couch, right? And there's a bed, that's on the floor because of a college area, right? College days. So me and my wife, my girlfriend at the time, we're sleeping on our bed, and Calvin sits on the couch that faces us while we're sleeping, and he's just staring at us, coked out. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he's horny. Maybe he's gonna kill us. I don't know what the hell the homeboy's thinking. But I'm just like looking at him. I'm like acting like I'm trying to go say. I'm like, yo, you all right? He's like, yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna get murdered, aren't we? And my wife, like my poor wife, she's terrified. Think about her. Like she's a lady, right? And she's trying to sleep. And this tall, like I say, he's a handsome guy, but scary freaking young. My older brother is like looking at us while we sleeping, tweaked out of her mind. And my wife don't know what drugs are too much. She don't know what cocaine does to you. Cocaine make you do hella weird things, man. I know because I've done weird things on it, and I won't share those things because it's way too private, homie. You will never know. Anyways, it was weird. Nothing ever happened. Okay, he left a couple hours later. Couple hours later, okay, mind you. But boy, oh boy, was that weird. The next day, me and my wife were like, dude, what the hell was that about? I was like, wife, I don't know. I was just as much as scared and weirded out as you, homegirl. Man, oh man. And now we could go to Tom. Oh, Tom. Tom is who introduced me to Calvin, and he thought I was a cool guy, man, because when I first met Tom, I came to that bar. That was one of the second bars I came to when I went to Washington, because at the Washington I lost all my weight. I thought I was cool because I saw Seattle people. I was like, man, Seattle people are whack, homie. And that was my mindset, okay? I don't think we're whack now, okay? I'm part of Seattle people, all right? So chill out. But that was my mindset. And then I met this white girl named Jamie at a bar. At an Irish pub, right? And at that time, I had no problem. Like I used to be so scared of talking to girls. Trust me. But then my big homie, he was right. He forced me in Texas to go talk to girls at a bar one day when we were drinking, and that really helped me out. Like I was so awkward, and they were like, "Oh, you're so cute, cause you're fat and chubby or whatever." But after that, like it was easy. Now, back to this story. Here's this white girl, Jamie, pretty looking white girl, in my opinion at the time. And I talked to her. She's reading a book, and at that time, I got my gift of gab, And she's reading a book, and I was like, oh, you reading a book? Like, I forgot kind of what I'm saying, so trust me, not everything I say is exactly how it played out, all right? I'm trying to tell the truth here. So Jamie looks at it. Jamie's awesome. Anyways. So Jamie looks at her, right? Well, Jamie's looking at her. I think she had it was an actual book. It was like the note. It's like the iPad, but it's the book. I forgot what it was called. Kindle or something. Yeah, Kindle, I think. So she's looking at it. I was like, what kind of book you reading, man? And she's like, oh, I'm reading this and that. And I'm like, oh, I read books too. I did read books when I was young, but it was like Harry Potter and stuff, okay? And fantasy books, okay? So let's not play around. But I kind of lied to her, I think, and said, yeah, oh, yeah, I know them. Like, that fake-ass, like, good thing she didn't ask more. Anyways, I didn't know because Now, I was talking to a white girl, right? I give her Jamie was about like a 7 or 8. That's a pretty decent number, right? Um, but I didn't know that in Washington, Asians were popping. In Texas, if you dated a white girl, oh my goodness, you were like, oh, you must have been handsome, and you must have been a thug, and you must have been the coolest guy ever, boy, because ain't nobody like in Washington. Everybody, a lot of Asians have white girlfriends. It's not like that in Texas when I grew up, okay? In my time. I don't know about now, but in my time, there was no BTS to make us look cool. We were just, we know Kung Fu, and they got small dicks, okay? That's just what the white girls thought about us, all right? But here I come to Washington in my 20s, and white girls love Asians. So that's why Jamie was talking to me. I didn't know this at the time. I was confused. But I was talking to her, and she didn't reject me, so I said, "What's up?" I tried to hit her up. She didn't. She didn't feel me like that. All right. But she said, "Hey, you know what, Choco Pie? And we got to drinking." She said, "I like Jameson." She liked Jameson. I was like, she's like, "You know what? I know a perfect bar. Can I take you there?" I was like, "Oh, all right." Now I didn't think it was a setup, and it wasn't. All right. So she actually took me to my people's bar, Korean bar, and that's the bar I fell in love with. I caused a lot of problems at the bar. I was tripping. I was crazy. I'm telling you. Oh, I got stories for days at that part. GTA 5 stories. I'm talking about reckless stories, fighting stories. Oh boy, I have stories from that place. You know, I should have made this into a TikTok and made it into a part series. Dang it, I messed up. Just talking to you guys on this. You guys, I screwed up, man. Because only like 9 people see my playthroughs on this. Man, this would have been a good TikTok, man. I screwed up. Anyways, I'll finish the story in a little bit. So Jamie takes me to this Korean bar, and this bar is called Tigs, baby. And Tigs now moved to UW area. Okay, somebody else bought it, and they went over there. Now your boy met a boy named Tom. He was a bartender at the time. He became the half owner and became the full owner, I think. I think he was partner owner actually. So until Tom became the full owner, Tom was a bartender, and I met this short guy named Tom. He used to be in the Marines. Me and him became friends. He was Korean. So he'd be like, "Oh, Choco Pie. Always, hey, good to see you, man." And I told him, how I grew up in Texas. And he's like, "Oh, you scared of gangbanger and shit." And then, so I would come to this bar quite frequently, doing blow, going crazy, having wild nights. When I go to that bar, I act like I own the bar. You know, that kind of cocky atmosphere. Well, that was me, all right? It's a little embarrassing if I think about it. But at the same time, everybody knew my name, and like they had beer pong tournaments and stuff. Like everybody knew who I was, and I'd be lying if I didn't feel my ego and pride boosted, and I didn't feel good about it, you know. But I ruined that relationship too, man. I'm telling you, the kind of pride and arrogance I had, and with the drugs and alcohol, there's only a matter of time before you ruin relationships. But anyways, I'll end that story there. That's the story of finding my first Korean bar that I had loads of fun with, and that's the story of Calvin and Jamie. Oh yeah, one thing about Jamie, the white girl that I met that showed me my bar, right? She drinks liquor, right? And I drink a lot. I'm Korean. I drink like half a bottle and I'll be fine. Like I'm serious. I'm logical. I can think. Like the only thing is if you piss me off, I get angry. All right, that's it. But Jamie said she could drink liquor, right? So I'm thinking, but us Koreans, one thing there's difference. Don't be careful when you drink with Asians, all right? We drink like every 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Americans, they drink hard liquor, and hard liquor is 40%, right? So y'all drink like 30 for an hour, and then you take a shot, right? Well, sometimes maybe more, but I'm just saying there's a difference, right? So Jamie drinks a lot of liquor, right? So I thought she could handle it, and she says she goes to Cream Bar. She's like, and I asked her, "Did you ever try Soju?" She's like, "No," and I couldn't even believe it. She's the one that introduced me, and Soju is like 20% alcohol. It's Korean people's specialty, baby. I love my people's drink. Okay, forget nasty sake and stuff like it tastes disgusting. Soju is the way, baby. I love my people. Anyways, so little old Jamie said, "Yeah, now let me try it." And she tried it. She's like, "Oh, this ain't bad," and she liked it. And I said, "Yeah, this is only 20%, and this is how us Koreans could drink like every 5 minutes, say cheers and play drinking games and have fun. Because if you do that with liquor, you out. That's why Americans have to play it with beer, right? Y'all have to play beer pong and stuff like that and drink nasty beer. Well, we just have to drink this thing called soju because it's half of what liquor is, and we can drink a lot of it. We drink like 8 bottles in front of 4 friends, okay? Each one of us probably drink 3 bottles or 4 bottles ourselves if we're alcoholics, which I was. So Jamie, I thought she could handle it, and she drank. And the next time I saw Jamie, she lost her front tooth because we call it green train wreck. Soju for Americans. Well, at least I did, and I think that was a phrase that was going on. Green train wreck. And apparently Jamie thought she could handle it because it's just 20%. But I told her be careful because the soju is a monster. It's a green monster, man. It'll sneak up on your ass. I told her this. She didn't listen to me. And apparently because it was so weak, like soju because it's weak, like you don't see it, and then boom, it catches up with you. And then, like, of course, the alcohol content, right? So you keep drinking it, and then boom, you're smashed. So she was so smashed, she walked outside the bar, and boom, face planted, and teeth gone. One teeth at least. She looked hilarious. She went from 7 and 8 to a 5 at that point on me. But of course, you got to fake tooth and stuff. All right, story time over with Jamie. Anyways, your boy Choco Pie, this was just story time. I can't figure out this puzzle talking. I have a real hard time doing two things at once. Hopefully, if you guys listen to the story, you enjoy it. It's part of my life, man. Like I said, I'm not trying to lie here. I'm just being honest, man. I'm being honest about my own feelings, and I know a lot of you guys. It's hard for you guys to do, right? Being open and honest, you know. But you guys might think it's easy. It's not. I know it's not. Um, I've just been like this. Always blunt, trying to be well. I used to lie a lot and fake my own character and play stories like the story I told you. I didn't make one lie in that story. But I used to make a lot of lies to make it even more exciting. I don't do that no more. There's no need to. My life's been exciting. It's been crazy. It's been fun. It's been sad. There's no need to lie about stuff. Yeah, and I realized like some of my stories go crazier than most people anyway. So, what's the point of lying? Um, but anyways, I say that word a lot. Sorry. Oh, that's my bluntness. It's okay to be open, man. I know a lot of you guys are introverted. Especially you guys that play games and stuff. Being introverted is not a bad thing, man. I used to be introverted. I know the guy that you see talking to you, telling you the stories does not sound introverted. Dude, I was very introverted at one point. It's just the fact is I was put in positions where it forced me out of my comfort zone, and eventually I played the role of being extroverted, but inside I was very insecure and introverted. Didn't want to talk to anyone until eventually I became extroverted. So I switched sides until that became me. I played a role, and that role actually became who I was for a time being. Um, and that's what it is, man. And it's good to be blunt, but it's not good to tell everybody everything. All right. Now I have a problem with that because people I meet for the first time, like I could be friends with you in a day. I'll tell you everything about me in a second. So it's like either you like me or you don't like me. Quick and easy, right? I know that could be hit or miss, okay? It could make you have a lot of friends like I have in my life, but because of my problems, I lost a lot of them. So I had to collect them all, baby. Pokemon. But also, if you say too much, you'll give ammunition for people to hurt you. So be careful out there, all right? For me, I'm at an age where I'm okay. I'm, I have good friends around me. I don't need to worry like I did. I was so insecure, dog. Dude, even though I showed myself as arrogant, prideful, having a lot of friends, dude, deep inside, your boy Choco Pie was so insecure, dog. Like, it was crazy how insecure I was, man. And even now, I'm such a deep thinker and always thinking that it's draining, to be honest, man. I told my wife, you're so lucky you don't live in my brain, dude. Because my brain, it hurts, man. I'm very compassionate and empathetic, and I want to help people. And because of that, like, and I have my anger issues and all sorts of other issues, addiction issues, like all that combined, it just is chaos sometimes in my brain. And plus, I love God, and I'm trying to do the right thing by God, and it complicates things, man. Sometimes I wish it. God says have a childlike faith. I know I'm going the Christian road, but I told you my stories all revolve around my life and God, man. And God says have childlike faith. You know why? Because children don't think. They believe in Santa Claus. They believe in things they are told up until a certain age. So that's why in the Bible it says have childlike faith for God. Because sometimes people like me who got old and got hurt, you overthink things too much. And when you overthink, you begin not to be able to trust God for those of you that are Christians because you get hurt. And you think that the God that you used to cry at the altar when you went to church or wherever you were when you met God, that God may be fake or maybe he doesn't like you, you know? But that's not true at all. It's just when you get older, you get hurt, and these scars come upon your brain. And they're like scars that like I have on my body, dog. They don't disappear. They can get healed, but you gotta let the pain go. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm going a little bit emotional at the end, so we'll stop. Um, your boy Chocopie is having fun with Steller Blade. I'm gonna figure out this puzzle, but I'll see you guys on next time. And I might put this on TikTok as shorts because I told a lot of stories that I don't think I can tell again. Adios, homies.